Hey guys, you're here for another installment from Force 15. So at the moment, this is another one of my mock updates on Hurricane Katrina. Today is August 25th, 2005, and Katrina is now, I believe, has winds of, here we go, 60 miles an hour. Storm is expected to imminently become a hurricane, peaking Cat 1 just before landfall near the Fort Lauderdale area. So the landfall is looking quite likely within the next 6 to 12 hours. Currently the storm is centred at 26.2 degrees north, 79.3 degrees west, moving west at 6 miles an hour. Most of the model runs still calling for a northern Gulf Coast landfall, possibly around the 30th, between the 29th and 31st. We're expecting a landfall in the Gulf Coast, possibly looking more towards Alabama and maybe Mississippi as well. There is still a possibility of a Louisiana landfall, though that's looking less likely at the moment. With most of the model runs taking it heading straight up towards Alabama and Georgia, and also the northern coast of Florida. But it's all still to play for, really. It looks as though that the storm will become a hurricane again as it enters the Gulf of Mexico. Although expected to weaken to a tropical storm as it makes landfall in Florida, though re-intensification is still on the cards. Also looking elsewhere, nothing really active at the moment, I don't think. We have a few invests dotted here and there, but a lot of them not really anything to worry about. So I think there's a possibility pretty soon of Tropical Storm Lee forming out in the open Atlantic. This tropical wave looking pretty good at the moment. It's just moved off the coast of Africa, and there is the possibility that a storm could form pretty soon, actually. Some of its circulation is looking very good, but we'll have to keep you posted on that as well. But yeah, so it's going to be an interesting season, I think, this year. Going to be a busy one as well. I don't know if we'll get into our auxiliary list yet, but you never know. Still, all could happen. If we keep going at the rate that we got storms at the moment, then could be looking at going into the auxiliary list, maybe. Also started off with a good year for storm trackers wise, because now had two major hurricanes. Irene almost did, but I think bottled out at winds of 110 miles an hour. So the storms we've had so far in the Atlantic: tropical storms Arlene and Brett, Cindy, Cat 1, Dennis made landfall near Texas, I think. As a Cat 2, peaked as a Category 4 hurricane. Also Emily peaked as a Category 4 hurricane as well. And then we had tropical storms Franklin, Gert and Harvey, followed by Irene, which almost became a major, then Tropical Depression 10. And then we had brief, short-lived Jose, formed just before the formation of Katrina, as Tropical Depression 12, and then we have Katrina. So yeah, so we'll keep you guys posted. Elsewhere in the Pacific, I don't think there's much active there at the moment. I think Hillary's now just being downgraded to a tropical depression, and it's now actually a remnant low. So I think that's bye-bye Hillary. And also Tropical Depression 9, newly formed Tropical Depression 9 has now formed. From the looks of it, actually formed out of a remnant of the wave that split from the Atlantic Tropical Depression 10, which the other part of the wave would actually eventually become our current storm, Hurricane Katrina, or Tropical Storm Katrina. So yeah, though Irwin's not really expected to come to much, maybe a moderate tropical storm at best. Though there's still a possibility of it becoming a hurricane, but we don't know yet, but we'll keep you guys posted as that develops. Also, Pacific typhoons, been a bit quiet at the moment, I think. Actually no, it's been a bit quiet. It's been a quiet year, really, in the Pacific, West Pacific. Though at the moment we have Mawar, which has now just been downgraded to a tropical storm. Oh no, it's Cat 1 even. A Category 1 storm. It's just been downgraded. Landfall on Japan pretty much imminent. And also Gutschall has now become a remnant low. And also there's an invest active near, I think it's the islands like Yap and areas around there. There is a possibility of a new storm developing there with a tropical invest active, which looks pretty likely to become a pretty much quite a significant typhoon. Though we'll still keep you guys posted on that as that also develops. Most of the model runs hinting possibly at a Category 4, maybe even a 5. Though we'll still keep you guys posted on that. Also, as well as there's another area of interest just to the north of that, which also is expected to become quite a potent system as well. So we'll keep you guys also posted on that as that also develops. Possibility of that storm hitting Japan. Nothing else to report there in the West Pacific Ocean. The North Indian, I think, is still quite quiet for the time of year, though it should pick up again in possibly September, October time. It should still pick up again, but we'll keep you guys posted as that develops too. Elsewhere, as for the time of year, I'm pretty sure that the Southern Hemisphere is remaining quiet. Yeah, that's for the time of year. The Southern Hemisphere is staying quite quiet. Don't think there's anything. No. The early model runs suggest the latter part of the season could end up with some quite good storms. Though again, we'll keep you guys posted on that. Anyway, that's all from me now. Thank you for watching. Force 15 signing off.